What's going on, folks? It's a very nice May day here in southwest Missouri. Been doing more farming than anything other than the regular job, but kind of catch everybody up. I got my the cows are over there. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of turn the camera around and give you a little bit of idea of what I've been doing. So put electric fence up to divide my property into a third, and then there's a 2/3 section. I haven't got that divided yet, so got that going. And then the horses wrecked it, or one horse. He's a young wild. Anyway, I had to wrestle the horses into the trailer yesterday. I ended up with rope burns on both my pinkies. It actually took skin off. No big deal. Got it done. So we're doing the cattle thing. Get rid of the horses, doing the cattle thing. So I bought some clover seed the other day. Well, it's been a month. I bought some clover seed, and I never thought anything about it. Instead of doing a broadcast spreader, I ended up doing a drop spreader. And now I have lines of clover throughout the field. Oh well, never even thought about it. So, but the clover is coming on good. It is coming on really good. And here's the other line. There's a line right here. Goes right across there. So I mean, I got a good start on it. There was one spot out here that I got it so dang thick that I don't even know where that spot is now. But yeah, it's thick where I dropped too much, you know. Wasn't paying attention, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I got the electric fence put up, turned on. Horse ran through it, I think it was Friday. And I was done. You can imagine, it's just irritating. I've been trying to get the owner to get the horses out of here for a long time. And finally I went and rented a horse trailer and fought them into the trailer, or actually fought the one. Yeah, look at that clover. That clover's coming up good. So anyway, I fought the one into the trailer. The other one went in fine. He's always been fine. But anyway, I'm done with that situation. It was kind of one of those have to do, because the young one kept running the cows. He just liked to run them. And I got two of them that are still pregnant. One's got the youngin. So anyway, I think it was last weekend. I took this, made this pond bigger. And I did it with my little skid steer, that little John Deere 24A. It's like a 80s model. And this pond actually kind of wrapped right around there. So I almost doubled its size. So yeah, it's, and it seems to be holding fairly decent. I know there is a spot over on the other side. Now guys, I dug this thing with a borrowed skid steer years ago, and I only dug down a couple of feet with that skid steer, and then I piled it up around the edge to build the bank, and I just kind of hoped for the best. Well, it ended up filling up, and all my runoff comes right down this alley here. All the runoff comes right down to it. So I've still got some stuff to straighten up. It was too muddy once I got the water going through there and whatnot, and I ended up setting some of the muddy. I cleaned out the mud out of the bottom of the pond, and I set it up on the edge, well, it started running off and making everything muddy. So once it dries up a little more, I can go in there and straighten stuff up, and that's going to be my runoff. That's where my water will run around the edge. It'll keep from busting my bank out, I'm hoping. But yeah, I don't know if this willow's going to live, because I'm above its roots now, or above its trunk. So it is leaking a little bit on this side somewhere, which is fine. It's the dirt's fresh laid. So I'm really not concerned. It will eventually seal up. The bad thing is, when I did it with the other machine, when I first built this pond with the other machine, it was a track machine, so I was able to actually drive with one track up on the side. Well, I couldn't do it here because it started getting muddy. So anyway, it should hold. I will probably pack more whenever I get back to cleaning this little area up and get it done. So yeah, it's been quite the deal around here. This here is the 1/3. I started, I think it was 2 weeks ago, no, a week ago. I started blocking this section off, and it's doing pretty good. Now, if you don't know anything about horses, horses almost never stop eating. They just don't. They will eat and eat and eat, and it just destroys. So I blocked this section off, and it's doing pretty good. We've got a lot of rain here lately, so it's doing pretty good. I did have to turn the cows in night before last so that I could wrestle with the horses to get them loaded up. So I put the cows in here for safety to keep the horse from running them. So now I'm back to this paddock. Lot 3 is now on rest, and I'm going to let it grow for probably a month. I might do a day here and there to let them come in and kind of munch a little bit, but for the most part, it's on rest. So eventually I'm going to start hauling more stuff out of here. Just been too busy on jobs, but this old storage car was sitting here, so I actually slid my gate over. My drive that come down through here is right here, so I actually slid it over. Gets it out of the field a little bit, a little closer to the fence row. And then I've got some various stuff here that needs to go either scrap or get put over in the pile. I've got an axle pile that's got all my axles in it. I need to take the truck over to the car storage area, and then I'm going to empty this car out. It and a couple other ones are going to go on the trailer and go scrap. So that's the deal on those. So anyway, it's been a lot of work. That fight with that horse yesterday was nuts. He's not been, I don't think he's had a rope on him in 5 years, 4 or 5 years. So it was quite the wrestling match. So I did win. I did get him in the trailer, and they're gone. And bit of a hippie, you know. I'm a bit of a hippie. I'm not really tree hugger, you know. Won't cut down a tree, blah blah blah, that stuff. But I don't like to waste. I had this tree. It was growing up over here somewhere, and I thought, well, let me try to replant it. So I replanted it here. I don't know that it's going to survive. You know, it may not. So we'll see. It's just an old sassafras tree. They're all over Missouri, southern Missouri at least. I mean, this fence row is probably 90% sassafras trees. And that's just pretty much all it is down through there. But again, I don't like to waste and, you know, just be stupid about it. You know, like I said, I'm not I'm not against it and all that stuff, and I've logged and cut firewood my whole life, and so if I can do it, I did it. If not, it'll get pulled up and stuck over in the brush pile. So this section will be cleaned off in the next probably 2 months. All the vehicles will go over to that one area where all the other vehicles are. Some of them are going to get hauled off. Some are getting sold. These all need to have the drives tore out of them, and the bodies go to the landfill. So that's going to be probably end of the year issue there. So anyway, guys, it is a awesome 70-degree day in southwest Missouri, and as I'm going from scrapyard to pasture, I used to scrap a lot of stuff out of here, so it's going to be pasture eventually. And future plans is probably divided into the thirds that I'm already dividing it in, and build houses on each third. That's future plans. So build those houses and either rent them or sell them, and then go some other place with a little more land. So you got to set those goals, and you got to figure out how to achieve them. That's about the only thing I can say for that is set goals. I've always had a plan of either dividing these into thirds, dividing this tanker into thirds and selling off each third with a house on it, or actually putting camper spots out here, RV spots. That seems to be making money, but there's a little bit of an issue of my entrance up front. So one way or another, it's either going to be an RV park or it's going to be divided into thirds with houses. So we'll see how that goes. That's probably a 10-year plan. Maybe I can get myself a nice little 50-acre spread somewhere. Kind of have a little more room for cattle and whatnot. Maybe something else, who knows. So guys, enjoy your weekend. Tell your moms happy Mother's Day, and take your wives out to dinner. Thank you for watching.